Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today, I'm coming at you guys with the patch updates for Wednesday. Of course, almost all of you guys know Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has been reawakened, and it is back in the game, including a brand new limited banner for Aerith. Costume looks amazing, guys. It really does. But anyways, guys, that being said, I'm just going to get into it. I'm going to take a look at all the stuff that has come back. I heard my friend J.R.O. told me that the Battle Tower Singularity Chaos of the Corrupted, the tower with the longest name in existence, has returned. So if that's true, that is like really unexpected. But yeah, that being said, guys, I'm just going to jump into the notices and check this stuff out one thing at a time. All right, so let's go down. January 29th, I remember I left off on this one right here. Alright, so the first thing is one loop only, crossover step-up draw Aerith on now. From what I've heard, this is only going to feature Aerith weapons and ultimate weapons. Alright, so let's go down here. As of January 29th, the one loop only crossover step-up draw Aerith on now is on now. We love these guys with their wording. Alright, so this draw will be a step-up draw, which can be drawn in one loop only, picking up the limited time weapon Gambantine. I'm curious how you guys would pronounce this name. Alright, steps 1 and 2 include a bonus of Mako Gem missing score times 10. So yay, we have another ultimate weapon for the month that is looking very good. And enhancement materials that can enhance the level of your weapon to 110. In step 3, along with the above, get an extra bonus of Mithril Ingot times 10. Also in this draw, an ultimate weapon that can be equipped by Barrett will be featured. Alright, so there's not much information there. We'll check that out later on. Alright, so probably the talk of the night. Final Fantasy VII, the first Rebirth banner is right here. It will be featuring Barrett's missing score ultimate weapon, which is looking pretty cool. It does have a couple new abilities on it that we have not seen before. Alright, so let's go down, which I'm crying about, guys. Crying. Because I have so little crystals, and we have the whole Rebirth for February, and then we have the 1.5 year anniversary. I honestly have no idea how people are keeping up with this without being just like so well set, like financially, guys, because I'm like really struggling here. Alright, so here we have the weapon whose name I cannot pronounce, but I'm going to try to not butcher it. We have the Gambantine. Wow. Normally I can find a way to say something that sounds nice, but this one I'm struggling with. It can't be the Gamban. That just sounds terrible. It's got to be Gum, right? Because it's coming from a Japanese thing. So it would be Gambantine. Whew, that's a name. We're just going to call it Gamba. Alright, command ability 5 ATB cost is the ability is called Payon. Increases all allies' physical attack and restores up to 59% of caster's healing potency. Plus increases allies' ATB gauge excluding caster by +1 when caster's HP is under a certain percentage. Alright, so definitely interesting. Kind of like a mixture of the Bahamut Rod / the Kamura Wand. We have the all allies physical attack up. We have the ATB gauge boost. However, and then also it's under when HP is under a certain percentage, so you can't exactly just spam it for an ATB again and again and again. But it does lose the magic defense up that we would get from the Kamura Wand, although Aerith's New Year banner did have a magic defense buff on it, so you could potentially pair it with that. We'll take a quick look at this banner at the end of the day. Here is her costume, which I would love to be able to get, which I doubt I'm going to be able to get. So here is the Loveless Songstress. Alright. This is kind of an interesting costume name. Songstress. Alright, so first ability, our ability is ATB Boost, alright, which boosts the caster's ATB at the start of the battle. Alright, we do have ATB Boost weapons, but the fact that you could put it on a costume does free up a sub-weapon, so kind of interesting. And then we have Soothing Song, which is a new R ability. This will boost healing potency and also extend buff debuff duration. Now, the Red 13's Hellhound costume is getting a buff, guys, but it's not getting much of one. Boost HP will go from 10 points to 15 points. I'm not exactly sure how much that is, but it is nice that it is getting updated. Now, they did confirm that Tifa's guide costume is going to be upgraded as well, but at a later date, right? And we already knew that there was going to be a third Rebirth crossover because Cloud has still not been featured in it, right? And so it's basically a guarantee that that's going to happen at some point. And I'm guessing that at that point in time, when it does come back, that is when the guide costume is going to get updated. But they did confirm that it will be updated. All right, now we have Barrett's ultimate weapon. All right, missing score, ultimate command ability, Guardian Aura, uses 2. This will increase all allies' physical and magic resistance by 50%, guys. And this is a new support ability that we haven't seen in the game as far as I know. All right. And it will also restore 5% of caster's healing potency. And then the R abilities on this weapon are very interesting. If I remember correctly, it will cast Veil on Barrett after an enemy interruption. So we'll take a look at this here in a second as well. Looks really cool. I definitely do not have the crystals to pity an ultimate weapon after Tifa's. So I love Barrett, but I'm really going to have to hope that if I do pull for any of these Rebirth banners, I think it's definitely going to be Barrett. And I'm going to have to get ultra lucky on this weapon to ever get a chance of getting it, unless I get it from the general pool later on. But the ultimate weapons have such a small percent to pull them that it's going to be crazy. All right, so let's go down here, yada yada yada. You guys already know this. For every draw, you get 10 Mako gems for the ultimate weapon. Let's keep going. All right, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Crossover Love List behind the scenes on now. All right, so this is going to be the new event. The plot is at the Gold Saucer. Loveless is brought to life with the latest technology, and Aerith and her friends strive to put on the greatest show of their lives. All right, crossover draw schedule is here. We already know that Aerith will be this week, Yuffie will be next week, and Barrett will be on the 12th of February, the third week after that. Sleek Saber, I believe this is a return. Actually, I think this is a new weapon. Pretty cool skin that we can use here in the future for Cloud, which is pretty awesome. All right, so let's keep going. Let's see what else we got. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Crossover Campaign is on now. All right, so we have 28 days of free draws, which is always nice, but getting less good with all the limited banners, right? It's getting less and less good. They give us lots of tickets and lots of free draws, which at the beginning of the game was fantastic, but as time goes on, this, I feel, gets less and less valuable, at least for players that have been playing for a good while now. Alright, so Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Crossover Gift Login Bonus. Login for 3 days to get a total of Blue Crystal times 3,000. Do you guys remember when we got 9,500 once? When they said you log in for like a week and you'll get 9,500? It was something like that. We haven't got it in a long time, but I really hope they bring it back. Here we have the login to get up to Astra Win times 20 and Lottery Box Crossover times 4 every week. All right, so some Astra Wind is nice. Clear all panel missions to get weapon enhancement materials, wallpapers, and more. All right, so there are, looks like, wallpapers here for the Rebirth Crossover, which would be great. I think that's a great thing if they do that. All characters experience 1000% increase during the period. Alright, so if you're still leveling up characters, that's going to be great. There is a crossover shop with special packs that are on sale for a limited time. They always put special. They're always the same. They're literally always the same, right? So we'll see. if when we go to check out this shop there is something actually special, or if it's just the exact same stuff that we always get. Alright, so let's keep going. Co-op Battle Titan is on now. Alright, so I've had so many stamina potions in my gift box that I've been like having to struggle not that they would expire. I think we need to be able to hold more than 99 stamina potions. I feel like at this point in time in the game, we should be able to hold 999 stamina potions, right? It's like, it's pretty crazy that I have like literally pages of stamina potions. It's great that stamina doesn't really seem to be a problem anymore, but yeah, at least Titan Battle is on now. If you guys are looking to do a co-op clear or get into some co-op teams, farm the noble memories, jump into our Discord server. There's an invite in the description of all my videos. Alright, so let's go down. Alright, new Crisis Dungeon. Okay, here we go. Crisis Dungeon Dachau statue coming soon. I would love to eat one of these little beans that she's always eating. I feel like they could be so good. I could also see them being so terrible, but I would love to eat one. Alright, so that's cool. New Crisis Dungeon. These have not really been very difficult. I feel like the difficulty in Ever Crisis, you know, a year ago, I feel like was maybe at its best point where like Crisis Dungeons were still difficult. Now I feel like it's either super hard or super easy. There's really nothing in the middle, and I feel like the game kind of takes a hit from that, to be honest. Especially with this last Crash co-op. And I was talking to my friend Reddy's, and it was hard. You know, I'm pretty sure he told me that the main EC Discord only carried like 300 something people. So, and normally they're like 1,000 plus. And yeah, I jumped in there with my friend, with J-Ro and G-Free. And it took us a good amount of tries to do that. And they're both very strong. And I'm like a Dolphin player, so yeah, I think it's a bit tough. I think there needs to be some middle ground, and I feel like Crisis Dungeons, they're around for 30 days. These don't have to be super easy. They can be hard. They don't have to be Crash level hard, but they should still be like EX3, EX4 level hard, you know, something like that. I wouldn't say that Crash is EX4. I would say that Crash is more like EX5, right? Something like that. So maybe if this was like an EX4 level, Crisis Dungeons would be, I think, more interesting to me. Like, I don't want to go in and just auto it first try, and the last few have been like that. Like you guys have seen, I haven't put out Crisis Dungeon guides because they're like, it doesn't really seem like many people would need a guide for something like that, you know? So anyways, it is nice to see one. I do hope they tweak the difficulty of this stuff. Alright, and then we have High Wind maximum level increase. Alright, we already knew this was going to happen. So it's going to go from level 90 to level 120. I was so close, guys, to getting to the maximum level. I'm level 85 in the High Wind. And now that dream is crushed, right? But for all of you guys that are level 90, congratulations. You guys can keep going. I'm just going to try and catch up to level 90 before we get anywhere. Alright, so I think that's going to basically cover the notices. Oh, the addition of new effects. This is going to be Barrett's ultimate weapon related, right? New effects, physical resistance up and magical resistance up have been added. Alright, this one reduces physical damage taken. No surprise there. And this one reduces magic damage taken. Alright, looks like it's just a flat stat right there. Now, let's go and see what we got here. Rebirth Crossover. Alright, so it does look like the wallpaper is here. Alright, so there it is. It is a wonderful wallpaper. I will give Applebot that. I have not been very happy with them recently. I think I'm not the only one in the community who has not been happy with Applebot recently. I am truly in fear that they are burning their game to the ground with their behavior as of late, right, which has taken a steep turn away from what this game originally was when it first came out. But I do like this wallpaper. It's not enough to make up for the 85% of limited banners that we will see in this game by the end of the third month of 2025, but it is a nice wallpaper. Alright, so let's go down to campaigns. Alright, are there any other wallpapers in here? I do not think so. And I'm guessing that on the next page, here's the Barrett wallpaper with Red 13. This one's actually pretty sick. This is actually really interactive, but I will tell you guys that I just realized why we have these wallpapers. I was about to say, wow, they did a great job on this. They really put in the effort, and then I just realized that this is literally just taken straight out of Rebirth. So they did not do anything extra, guys. No surprise there. I was almost going to give them credit, and I just can't anymore. That's thanks to the actual team who made Rebirth, and not Applebot. But it is cool that we do get them. Alright, so let's check out the shop, these special packs. Alright, so I'm going to look for some special packs here. That's not special, that's not special, that's not special. None of these are special, none of these are new. So essentially, we just have the exact same stuff that we always get, guys. I thought that they might do, we still have the crystal booth. As you guys can see, I bought out this one and this one because, honestly, the other deals are not as good. And with 1.5 on the horizon, I just figured, shit, I might as well just save my money on these. But I hope that they do bring back the crystal boost, at least for the 1.5 year anniversary, or else it's going to be really brutal. But yeah, this shop doesn't really need a shop review, guys. There's nothing here that you guys haven't already seen or that you already know. But if you guys are a newer player, this one is a decent pack, although when you play the new event, there's going to be a 2K version of this without the stamina potions for the 10 premium tickets. And then other than that, these are always good. I wish that they had to double stock on these like they used to, but they just don't anymore. Alright, now let's go take a look at Barrett's ultimate weapon. Alright, so the Mako Gem exchange, let's go to Barrett. Here is the missing score. Alright, level 120, physical attack 196, magic attack 196, healing 136. Okay, ultimate command ability, Guardian Aura, charge 60 seconds, cast time 2, physical resistance is increased by 50%, and magic resistance is increased by 50%. So essentially, this is just going to cut the damage of the next attack in half. Right? It's going to last 15 seconds, so you're going to wait for a certain point in time in the fight, probably before the boss does a huge attack, right? And then you're going to drop this, and it's going to make it super easy to mitigate it. For our abilities, we have Magic Defense 20, alright, which is going to give him 15% right off the bat. And then here's that enhanced interruption veil that I was talking about earlier. So at 25 points, this applies veil to self with interrupting enemy when interrupting enemy attacks, or the main attacks, right, with the countdown timer. This has a potency of 25% of max HP of the affected and a duration of 60 seconds. Really good weapon, right? Now, we can't always fit Barrett into a party. I'm guessing in the next 6 to 8 weeks he's going to be brought back from what seems like the grave to be fighting for us, and I'm guessing in the next 6 to 8 weeks, this is going to be very impactful. It does look like it will be very hard to make certain fights work without this, because this is a massive kind of resist to damage right here. So, I mean, I would love to get this, guys, but you just can't have them all, right? I mean, some people can, but let me rephrase that. I cannot have them all, unfortunately. All right? So it does look cool, though, right? I mean, it's cool to see it. I cannot wait to get Clouds, and it better be the freaking Ultima weapon, and it better look just like it so I can use it as a skin every single time. All right, so that being said, last thing, let's jump over. We'll take a quick look. Let's see the step up right here. So if we go to the details in the odds here, guys, where's the odds? All right, so as you can see, this is only Aerith weapons and all the ultimate weapons, guys. Now, I only think this is worth it if you are missing, like, almost all of these ultimate weapons. If you're trying to get a specific ultimate weapon, I highly recommend not going for this, guys. This is extremely low odds. 0.002% on Tifa, Aerith, Yuffie, Cait Sith, Sephiroth, right? And all these weapons are already in the general pool except for maybe Tifa's, right? And they have the exact same odds if I'm not mistaken. Now, of course, this is just Aerith on here, but these are much higher odds for her other weapons. We do have the banner weapon on here as well, and Barrett's missing score, which is nice, right? It definitely makes it a higher chance to get that weapon. But at the same time, I'd say it's pretty risky. I don't think that this is worth it for most players. Unless you're really missing like 3 or more ultimate weapons, then this might be a chance, like a shot in the dark to get something. But if you're looking for a specific one, I think maybe just save your crystals for other banners where you're getting more out of it. All right? So let's see here. Yeah, so these are always 9k paid, which is a lot, right? This is just 3 steps right here with 1 or more 5-star weapons guaranteed, and that's about it. So for me, that's an easy pass. Let's go over to the crossover. Are there 2? Oh, is frickin' Red on this? Red is on this? Wait, no, but he doesn't have a weapon though. Okay, thank God. All right, so let's go look at the stamp card actually and see what we're looking at, guys. All right, so we have a 5-star or higher guaranteed right here. Would have been nice to have a second weapon right there. That would have been nice. We've seen that before. All right, then we have the voucher for the crossover gear voucher. So it's essentially the same right here, except it's missing the frickin' 3rd weapon right here. There's normally 3, right? Am I wrong? There's normally a 3rd one right here. Or am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like I'm not. So let's see here. Did the banner get worse? So that's 1 guaranteed copy, 2 guaranteed copies. So that's OB1, OB2. You're guaranteed OB2 by the end of the page. I feel like it's because the voucher's here. Oh, they did us dirty right here with this freaking voucher. It's nice for Red 13, don't get me wrong, for people that might not have it, but if you were just looking to pull this weapon, it definitely hurts a bit. Also, where does this have the 1.5 featured increase like we've seen in the past? I don't think it does, guys. All right, this is 1.5%, but all featured. Normally it says it somewhere. I'm not seeing it though. But we did see some like heightened 1.5% odds on some limited banners in the past. With how many limited banners are coming out, I'm honestly super surprised if that's not the case, because I feel like Applebot is just like going legit crazy out of their minds. The CEO of Applebot, you, my friend, are not doing a good job. Players are not happy, bro. If you don't know that, you're crazy, man. All right, so whew. Wow, that's a little bit tough. Let's look at this costume though. The costume is beautiful, right? It's like, I mean, they had a much better paid team designing these costumes than the team that's designing costumes in Ever Crisis, guys. So these are like the cream of the crop right here. So it honestly looks fantastic. I love the weapon. I think it looks so sick. Aerith looks absolutely stunning. I'm so sad that I'm probably not going to be able to go for her. That's just like RIP for me, right? Now let's take a look at the weapon itself, all right? And just take a quick glance. All right, so OB1, right? Command ability, pay on. All right, magic heal 50%, so it's a heal. Physical attack, oh God, OB1 is low to mid. Oh, man. Gosh, that's brutal. When HP is 50% or less, ouch. So we're going to have to see this at OB6. 50% or less is pretty low to trigger that ATB boost right there. Then we have heal, buff, debuff, extension. It does have a single heal on it, and a sigil boost right here. Why the frick would this thing? I mean, I could see this, why it has a sigil boost. Dang. Okay. All right. So not super inviting so far. And then it's mid to high at OB6. Oh, that is tough, guys. And the HP is 70% or less. Not super appealing. I'm a little bit upset, but I'm also super happy because I think that this is likely a super easy skip, at least for most people that have Commodore Wand. I'll take a closer look when I do my to pull or not to pull video, but that's my quick first glance. Alright guys, well, it's been kind of a long video, but that being said, I just wanted to share with you guys all the patch updates, my thoughts, and just share a little bit of, yeah, I guess my thoughts on everything so far going into the game. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video tonight, and for all of you guys that are pulling on the banner, I wish you guys the best of luck. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.